Hi everyone, it's Marisa Williams and we are here with a geometry problem. We have a couple of them for you. Alright, so this lovely drawing is supposed to be a TV. Don't judge me by my artwork, I swear. But it was part of a word problem and they gave the crossways of the television to be 36 inches. And we know that when you cut a rectangle in half, that's the same as making a triangle. And when you have a triangle like this would be a right angle, right? So if this is a right angle, what's across from the right angle is going to be the hypotenuse. So if they're saying the hypotenuse is 36 inches and the bottom here is 24.6 inches, we're looking for the height here. So this turns into a Pythagorean Theorem question. So our approach is going to be the Pythagorean Theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, it's important to note, it doesn't matter if this is a or b or that's a or b, but what's important is what's across from this right angle is the hypotenuse. That's always going to be c. So in this case, our c is 36. So instead of labeling A and B, I'm just going to put in my 24 and we'll just label the H as H so we know that it's the height we're looking for. So again, I just popped in that 24.6. I put it in parentheses because I got to square it. And then I say plus H squared equals 36 squared, not 362. That's 36 squared. All right, so now I'm just going to square my numbers. And 24.6 times 24.6 is 605.16 plus h2, or h squared, it's going to stay like that because we don't know what it is, equals, what's 36 times 36? 1296, 1296. So now that we have those numbers popped in, let's get all our numbers on one side. So we want to keep the h by itself, so we're going to do the opposite. We're going to instead subtract 605.16 from both sides. And when we do that, we do our math and we find out it says h squared is 690.84. But that's the squared value. So in other words, we got to take the square root of that to get our actual value of h. So the square root of 690.84 winds up being 26.28 inches. So that is how we approach the first question. All right, the next question, they love to have this on a lot of those tests. So we got a triangle, and inside they're labeling the angles of the triangle, and they're giving us a bunch of x's. People always get confused when numbers and letters are together, but we got this, don't worry. Let's review. What's the inside of a triangle? The inside of a triangle is always going to be 180 degrees. That means if I add up all my angles, I'm always going to get 180. So in this case, I'm just going to add up my angles. So I have 4x plus 6x plus 2x equals 180. Now let's add up our x's. 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 2 more gives us 12x equals 180. Now, since we're multiplying 12 times x, we're going to do the opposite of multiplication and divide both sides by 12. So when we take 12 into 180, how many times does it go in? 15 times. So that means our x is going to equal 15. Now, if we want to know the specific angles, remember we might have to multiply our x's. So if I say 2 times x, that would be 30. So this angle has to be 30. If I said 4 times x, or 4 times 15, how much is that? 60. And if I had 6 times 15, how much is that? 90. And if we add them up again, 90 plus 60 plus 30 does still give us 180 degrees. So that's how we can fact check that. So just remember, inside of a triangle, always going to equal 180. So whenever they're trying to give you numbers, sometimes they'll say 80 up here and 72, and then this is just x. Doesn't matter how they give it to you, just remember, inside of a triangle is always 180. Whatever they give it to you, just combine your like terms, solve for that. And that's the way you approach those problems, okay? Good luck, y'all. You got this. Have a good one.